Paul on the hill of Mars. The personality of St. Paul is one of the most controversial in Christian theology. First, he was an ardent anti-Christian. Then he was an ardent Christian. By doing this, he managed to alienate both groups. He managed to outrage the school of Hillel and Gamaliel, which he belonged to in Judaism, and he frightened the apostles to death. Nobody liked Paul for some reason, probably himself, and it's sometimes doubtful from the text that he liked himself very well. It was a very strange thing, but he was a man of destiny, no matter how you want to figure it. And the importance of his position is just beginning to be noticeable. At the time when the Protestant Reformation took over, there was a very strong division between the old orthodoxy and something new, something represented by things such as the Rosicrucians and the alchemists and the mystics. And in this division, we saw the real division between Peter and Paul. We saw Peter's church at Rome and the Cathedral of St. Paul in London, the two great anchors of Christian theology. The Western branch, which came over to the United States, was mostly composed of the Paul party. St. Paul inspired most of New England, and the reason for this was that Paul broke away from the insistency of an intercessor between the individual and God. Paul took the attitude that deity was available to all, and that it could be directly approached by those who wished to supplicate God for one purpose or reason or another. There was no need for an intermediate character, no person between, only the noble heart, the contrite spirit, and the prayer and the dedication of life. This was the basis of the Protestant Reformation. Now, the point has also been made that Paul of Tarsus, or Saul of Tarsus, was in all probabilities an initiate of the pagan Greek mysteries also. And this is quite possible, if he was not an initiate, that he had some contact with those who were, and from these he gained a certain experience. He tells us he received the tonsure. This means definitely religious order. And it was not a religious order that would correspond to anything that he was interested in at the time of the occurrence. It was something that had to do with an acceptance into a foreign faith or belief, which had certain obligations, certain vows, certain requisites, and certain needs.